Lions against the ANZAC team, and that's a bit disappointing from a perspective of a spectacle. 48-0. Bloody hell. What a difference in cohesion. The ANZAC team didn't have much going on. The Lions found all kinds of space. They looked sharp. And barring the serious knock to Luke Cowan-Dickey, that was a pretty good day at the office for the Lions. I don't know if that's the ideal test prep ahead of next week's test, to be honest. I think they would have benefited from a slightly tougher game because they made a team full of some good players look bang average. I guess a week is not a long enough time to get these guys ready because, scoreless, pointless from this AUNZ Invitational team. We'll go ahead and go through some of the key events and stats. It's largely the Lions guys running in tries. You guys can let us know your thoughts on the game. A few knock-ons early. Scrums were looking solid, but as soon as the ANZAC guys kicked it out on the full, they were punished because Hugo Keenan had the foresight to take a quick line out. Got it to Duhan, and he got his first of 3 tries, 5 points to 0 to the British and Irish Lions. Stolen ball from a ANZAC lineout. A few minutes later, a penalty conceded. Lions chance to attack, no mistake. Ben White getting a game in the number 9 jersey. Good for him. Has the snipe, gets the try. 12 points to 0. We're not even 12 minutes in. It is getting messy. The ANZAC boys did have Edmed had a nice wee dinking kick, found a bit of space in the backfield. They did have a brief period of pressure, but no score. Pollock got held up for the Lions. They were looking dangerous every time they got down the ANZAC end, but they had advantage. They go back for it anyway. Line out White to Tuipulotu, Finn Smith, Mac Hansen, who was bloody everywhere off his wing, Duhan in the corner, second try for him. The scoring resumes for the Lions. Misconversion, but 17 points to 0. The ANZACs again did have a chance. 5 metres out, but stripped by Tyke Byrne. So immediately kind of snuffed out. Cowan-Dickey also had a chance to score of his own, but he actually missed the chance in the corner to try and ground a ball. But a few minutes later, he goes off on a stretcher after a pretty serious looking knock to his head when making a tackle. So it's very unfortunate. He joins the list of growing injury concerns for the Lions. We'll see what the prognosis is, but geez, it didn't look pretty. You felt like towards the end of the first half, the ANZAC boys were starting to find some cohesion, but they went into the sheds 17-0 down. Honestly, I thought the ANZAC guys would do better in the second half because they did seem to be building a little bit towards the end of the first. They hadn't had a heck of a lot of success with the tackle. 78% that's embarrassing. It's being run riot, isn't it? The Lions are at 91 at halftime. It's 7 line breaks to 2. It's really defensively where the ANZAC guys are being exposed, and the Lions are able to show the difference of where the two teams are at. ANZAC turnover ball to start the second half sends them 60 metres back on the back foot. Penalty conceded. Lions 5-metre tap. Earl and Tuipulotu from a nice tap move. White's the guy who took the tap. Too easy. 24-0. The Lions did have to do a bit of defending. Pete Samu had a half break. ANZAC boys give away a penalty for obstruction, so it's another missed chance. You had some silky bits of skills from the Lions guys like Pollock. Audacious chip over the top, one-handed regather, but ends in nothing. Later they had a potential try chalked off, or not even scored, but forward pass before they could go and score it. But scoring didn't stop, man. Farrell, who's come off the bench, he carries and offloads. Earl has a carry. Cummings is able to get a try. 31-0. Duhan gets his hat-trick. Farrell to Hansen to Keenan. Duhan with the width. 36-0. Frizzell gets himself yellow carded. They were conceding a lot of penalties, the ANZAC guys. 1-2 line-out play between Kelleher and Schoeman sees Kelleher go over. 41-0. Pollock with the one-handed put down after Owen Farrell's kick through puts the Anzac boys on the back foot in their own goal area. 48-0. Ends with a fussy to a yellow card as well for a clean out on Jack Morgan. The Lions wanted more points as well at the end. This, folks, is an absolute rout. Difference between the teams, as I said, much more than I expected. The Anzac team, especially the starting 15, it's pretty good players. But yeah, as I said, a week apparently is not enough time to get these guys together. But it's weird because you see Barbar's teams play better than that. Maybe it just means the Lions are really sharp. We'll see. We'll see in a week's time. The stats, man. Line breaks. 13-4. The Lions line out was 90%, which is solid. They tackled at 91%, which is great. The Anzacs finished at 78, which is pretty shocking. Penalty count was 13-6. The Lions will be happy to keep that number low because it's been an area of concern. But yeah, it went pretty well, as I said, barring the Cowan-Dickey injury. Hansen, 3 clean breaks, 6 defenders beaten. Duhan, 3 clean breaks, 5 defenders beaten, 3 tries. Earl, 14 carries, 4 defenders beaten. I mean, Salakai Lotto was maybe the one Anzac guy who was really putting his hand up for potential Wallaby selection if they get some injuries. 12 carries and beat 3 defenders, but man, I thought it would be closer than 48 points. At least the Force and the Reds and whatnot got some points. They hardly look like getting them. But anyway, I'm off to bed. I'm going to watch South Africa and Italy delayed because it's on 3 in the morning over here in NZ. If you guys are watching that one, I hope you enjoy it. I'll try to avoid spoilers, but 48 now. 48 now. You guys take care. If you want Lions jersey, Lions store down in the description, affiliate of them. So if you want to get one, use the link, tells them 2 cents sent you. It's quite a nice jersey. They seem to be playing pretty well. You guys take care. Talk to you again soon. See you later.